In the 18th century, West and Central African slaves were taken to what was then the French territory of Louisiana. Their religions started to merge with each other, as well as merging with Catholicism, which was very dominant with the French. Now in 1803, the United States would purchase the territory of Louisiana, and at the time, Haitian migrants would flee their country due to the revolution, and they brought with them Haitian voodoo. And the original word actually was spelled V-O-D-O-U. So these different events and the melting and merging of these different religions would form what we now know as Louisiana voodoo. It would actually spread up the Mississippi and Missouri River, and in the 1960s, New Orleans decided to capitalize on this kind of mysterious religion and mysterious practice to attract tourists and would become a part of its identity. And as the face of the New Orleans Pelicans, as well as Jordan Brand athlete, Jordan Brand would give Zion Williamson his own PE colorway, Jordan 1 Low OG, that came out in 2022. And this year, they followed up with another one that pays homage and references the voodoo elements of New Orleans. And in my opinion, it's even better than the first. Air Jordan 1 Low OG Voodoo Alternate. And the shoe is dropping on October 29th for $165. Again, I don't know why they didn't drop this earlier to kind of give time for people to get their shoe once this ships out in time for Halloween, but October 29th it is. And the shoe is a colorway made for Zion Williamson. The black and purple also matches the Pelicans jersey. He is the face of the Pelicans, even though he hasn't played a lot of games, a lot due to injuries, a lot due to his health, but it does seem like that he has lost a bunch of weight for this season, so I really hope that he plays up to his full potential. And speaking of weight, this shoe is delicious. Look at it. I think it's even better than the first version. I really like that shoe as well. I think that was really well done, but I think this is an upgrade. Just a beautiful shoe. The designer of the shoe, I believe she is a tattoo artist now, but she used to be with Nike. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. Shout out to her. This is 3-star Michelin rated. Absolutely delicious. And the materials of the shoe, there's a few things going on. So on the base layer, you get this blue suede. That suede does not feel that great. It feels kind of buffed down. It is not that kind of plush velvet type of suede like the Toronto Kith New Balances. That suede just felt so nice, kind of thick, but it felt smooth and plush. This is not it. This, yeah, feels kind of cheap. Same with the toe box area there in black. Same kind of materials, not great. You do see on the toe box, they changed like the usual ventilation holes to like these crosses. And the swoosh itself, suede, not the best again. And you'll see these kind of extra stitching around. And then on the overlays, you'll get this textile material. Again, not the best. I don't have the 2022 first version of this shoe like in hand, but I think they probably use the same type of materials on both. So yeah, if you have those, you probably know what to expect. Now in the toe area, you will see this little mini swoosh. They stick that on some Air Jordan 1 lows. This one is actually reversed. This is not the only thing they have made reversed or upside down. You see that on the Nike Air tag as well. The tongue itself is suede too. And wrapping around to the booty of the shoe, you will get an upside down Wings logo. Now the booty tab here looks like it might glow in the dark, but honestly, I couldn't really get it to work. And the reason why things are upside down is because that is often used in symbolism and witchcraft and voodoo. Apparently it represents the inverted nature of the world. So the booty tab itself is actually like its own piece, and you can flip it up and there's more storytelling there. You will see Zion and voodoo. You also see on the Pelicans jersey like a few years ago, they featured a lot of the bones, kind of patterned the voodoo bones, like in the background of the jersey. Now you'll see on the heel area, that is immediately noticeable when you look at this shoe. You get a skull up with a button on one eye. That is supposed to look like a voodoo doll. And apparently this type of voodoo doll with a button as an eye isn't part of Louisiana voodoo. It was actually just popularized by mainstream culture like horror movies. And the two shoes actually are not exactly the same color blocking. So on the left shoe, you'll see this darker purple on the toe box, and the booty itself, it basically flipped that around. And this shoe does come with a ton of extra laces. So you get these rope-like laces out of the box. Then you also get these lime green laces, as well as these kind of wax black laces. And finally, you'll get this kind of light gray color out of the four. I think the rope-like laces is going to be my choice. It just fits the overall theme of the shoe, but I'm very glad that they gave us a ton of options. And the ankle lining itself, you get this suede-like material, and this shoe is a Jordan 1 Low OG, so it is not an 85 cut, just 7 eyelets there. On the 85 cuts, you'll get 8. Travis Scott also gets 8 eyelets. And you'll see the tongue here uses Nike Air branding. On non-OG Jordan 1 Lows, you'll get a Jumpman, and the tongue on those just protrudes a lot more. And the shape of this is actually slightly more slim than the non-OG Jordan 1 Lows as well. Now, in terms of the cushioning of the Jordan 1 Lows, you will get a rubber cup sole with just a Nike Air unit in the heel. Now, the sole color here, it is actually a very light gray. It is not sail, it is not aged. And on the outsole, a darker shade of gray, almost kind of like very light green on a certain lighting, but to my eyes anyway, it feels like gray. You get the Jordan 1 concentric circle pattern. Now on the insole of the shoe, it is mismatched branding, so you will get Zion on the right shoe, as well as Voodoo on the other shoe. That is the same type of pattern that you see on the inside of that booty tab. Quality of these insoles are pretty average. They did not come with polyurethane insoles. Definitely missed the mark there. Now, in terms of the box, this is a pretty standard Jordan 1 Nike box. This is my biggest disappointment about this shoe. This is like going to a 10 million star rated restaurant, ordering some coffee after your meal, and them giving you like instant coffee. It just, everything's perfect apart from that one thing. I think they could have done more with the box, just made it really voodoo themed. Even the paper inside, just very standard paper. Now, in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer for Jordan 1 Lows. I just stick true to size. That fits me pretty well. And in terms of just overall comfort on feet, Jordan 1 Lows, in my opinion, is pretty average. Feels very flat to the ground. You don't really feel much cushioning. Almost feel like you're walking on very thick cardboard. You're not going to get the latest technology or a very thick sole. It's a rubber cup sole, which is durable, but comfort-wise, super, super average. But if you're getting this delicious shoe, you don't care about comfort. You care about how you look. And that brings the total sole score of the Jordan 1 Low OG Voodoo Alternate to 38 out of 50. A pretty high score compared to the general releases. First, it is colorway. This is so nice. 10 out of 10. I couldn't give it anything else. When the first images of this shoe came out, I was like, this looks so good. I just love the whole nighttime look. The shades of blue and purple, just perfect. I love the colorways on the shoe. Nothing much else to add. And in terms of the materials, this is probably the biggest drawback for me in terms of this shoe. Textiles as well as the suede just isn't the best. So that is definitely kind of disappointing there. And in terms of the comfort, the Jordan 1 Low, don't expect the best. Very flat to the ground, very minimal cushioning. It won't really like hurt your feet, but compared to a lot of other shoes, even like old Jordan retros, yeah, just very average. In terms of the versatility, the Jordan 1 Lows, I think are the most wearable sneaker ever. Even more than highs. I think lows just appeal to a more wider audience, like non-sneakerheads. Just a very versatile shape, wearability of the colorway. There is a few things going on, so it is obviously very bold, very loud. That might be off-putting for a lot of people, but the colors that are chosen, I think it's pretty wearable. Black, blue, both very standard colors. This purple is dark enough where it doesn't stand out too much. It's not too bold, so I think that shade of purple is also very wearable. It is just the amount of things going on in the shoe that maybe makes it not as versatile, but overall, still a decently wearable shoe. And in terms of the storytelling, I think this is great. It really gets across like a spooky, kind of Halloween, voodoo type vibe. However, not 10 out of 10, just 9 out of 10, because I wanted more from the box. Just a regular Jordan 1 Nike box. I don't care if they match the colors, I just wanted more. The unboxing experience, I don't think they completely knocked it out of the park, so 9 out of 10, they teased us. They could have got a 10 out of 10. 2025 has just been an absolutely bonkers, crazy year, especially for a Jordan 5 fan like me. Tokyo's came back, the Black Tongue Fire Red came back, the Grapes came back, so it's really hard to stand out amongst all these great shoes that have returned this year, but this shoe, this new colorway has absolutely done it. I don't care what comes after this. I don't care what shoes came before this year. This is absolutely going to be top 10 sneakers of the year for me. It is delicious in a way that I can't overstate. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Voodoo Alternate. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.